Yo, so this is the Boltcrusher build I've been using in Chime today. So, to be honest, it's kinda crazy because I've only played Chime for an hour because I'm not really a Chime player, and I've got like over 20 clips in just an hour, which is kinda crazy. This is just how good this build is. I've never used a build so fun and so good in Chime. So, what is this build special? So first of all, I have high investment into both EV and Thunder because I went Bladeharper on this. That makes me do like this much damage. The critical does around 70 damage with no damage modifiers, which makes it very good. So I went Bladeharper, but you may see I only use Palm Strike. I don't really like Decimates, but it's also a good choice. You could be using it if you want. But what's really good with this is that Palm Strike has almost the same animation as a Boltcrusher M1, but it's way faster, which can throw people off in parry trades. This is why I can land it easily in a parry trade. And after you land the Palm Strike, you wanna try to uppercut as much as possible, because look at how much damage this does. So yeah, for the mantras, I went mostly Thunder mantras. I went Exhaustion Strike because it's good for extend. You can feint it. It's just a very good mantra. I don't need to explain for why. You may have seen I went Lightning Impact because the thing is I wanted to go uppercut moves since I'm Bladeharper, and also I put a Wayward Gem on this to be able to do that like that, to be able to TP to them and uppercut them. Also, after landing Lightning Impact, you can use a crit or any other thing, but I think the crit works the best. So, what's the actually good thing about this build? So, first of all, it's Bladeharper because it's very good for air combos, and my build is like really based around air combos, but it's mostly because I went Static Link's talents and intelligence. So basically what happened is that when you use uppercut, you're supposed to proc the static link, but it also procs on Rising Flame. And this is good for Lightning Flame because it casts it's instant. So what I like to do is actually land it like that, and once I'm done, go with it and land a guard with a Boltcrusher crit. For some reason, people have difficulties parrying this crit, which makes it very good. And yeah, it also does a ton amount of damage, as you've seen. And yeah, so how do I actually play this build is very easy. You wanna try to parry trade as much as possible, and you wanna try to keep it going a bit, and try to land between the parry trade either Palm Strike or Flame Leap. I don't really need to explain why Palm Strike, I already did. I already say it's fast, you can land uppercut and things and start your combos with it. But why Flame Leap? Flame Leap actually has a very fast windup, which makes it like almost Palm Strike. It's easy to land in a parry trade. And what you wanna do after landing Flame Leap is actually uppercut in the air. And after you uppercut them, you can do whatever you want. You can do Palm Strike, you can do a crit. You choose, basically. So yeah, I will be dropping the build in the Discord server. If you want the build, subscribe and join the server. I will be dropping more builds like this. I will also be doing ganking soon. So yeah, check out for all this. I hope you guys liked the video, and I'll see you guys next time.